You're watching 13 Wham News this morning on Rochester's CW with Doug Embledge, Norma Holland, Holly Maynard, Evan Dawson, and meteorologist Marty Snyder. 13 Wham News, your breaking news and weather authority.
Welcome back. Actor Noah Wyle has a new TV movie coming out just at the right time. He's playing the Librarian again in the third movie of the franchise. He's fighting vampires this time out at a time when vampires are popular at the box office.
That's right, and Noah talked about it with an unashamed fan, our own Norma Holland.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. We're talking to Noah Wyle today. Noah, my producer said to me, it's Wiley, the last name, and I said, oh, I know. I've been watching you forever, of course. We all remember you from your work on ER and, of course, other movies. And you've been in The Californians, White Oleander, Swing Kids, A Few Good Men. Your list, the
you
list
didn't
goes
see
on and
Californians. Nobody saw Californians.
You're right, I lie. Okay, no, I did see it. No, I'm just kidding. It was on Netflix. It was, it was a free, if you order 3 movies, you
I
get
hope
free,
it was free.
Another free. Hey, and you were in it, okay. All right, I'm so glad to talk to you. Okay, I'll stop being a fan and I'll be a journalist for once. All right.
Okay.
You've got this great role in this new show called Librarian, Curse of the Judas Chalice. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, talk about your role. Now, vampires are hot, okay? Vampires are really hot right now. What with HBO's True Blood, and of course we've got that other movie
Twilight.
out right now called Twilight. You're now in this movie. You play, I guess, the only person who can prevent vampires from taking over the world. Talk about that.
He's like the king of the nerds. He's sort of like a brainy superhero who has to battle evil using his intellect. And this time around, I'm fighting vampires. They've resurrected the body of Dracula, and we're searching for this relic called the Judas Chalice, which is supposedly a cup made from the 30 pieces of silver given to Judas for betraying Christ, melted down into a chalice which has all these special powers. And I have to find it before it falls into the wrong hands.
Now, the idea to do this, I mean, you have to admit, it's right on point with what America is in love with right now. I mean, you mentioned the word vampire, and like I said earlier, people just instantly are like, ooh, really, And to think of it's coming out now at Christmas time of all times, right?
It's pure coincidence that we happen to tap into this theme that's very popular right now. But hopefully we'll pull some of the viewers that are fans of the Twilight series and True Blood in as well.
Talk about what you've been busy with. I know you were in W, the recent movie.
Briefly.
Yeah, very briefly. I'm trying to remember. I did see that movie, but I don't remember your role. What did you play?
Really?
I'm sorry. No, I so apologize. It was a while ago. I was half asleep.
Understandable. I played a guy named Don Evans, who was an early oil buddy of Bush's, who helped him through some of his early campaigns and ended up Secretary of Commerce. It was a nice little role. A lot of it ended up on the cutting room floor, but it was a great experience to work for Mr. Stone and to watch Josh Brolin build an unbelievable performance, I thought.
I have to say, it was. I mean, you really suspended disbelief when you saw it because you're thinking, he can't possibly play George Bush, but he really did. What else are you busy with? Yeah, what else are you busy with? I know you've done so much work all these years, and of course now you're in this one show, but what else are you working on?
Oh, I've got a kind of a legal courtroom thriller directed by Rod Lurie called Nothing But the Truth, coming out, I think, December 17th. And I'm going back on ER to do the final few episodes before it sails off into the sweet hereafter.
What's that like to be part of a show that was really, I think, started the whole, medical room genre, drama on television? To be part of that and then to be asked back.
We sort of reinvented the wheel with our show back in the late 20th century.
Well, for people like me who are in their 30s, that was really the first medical drama I remember watching, as an adult and watching with regularity.
It's a character that I really am enjoying revisiting, and a group of people that are more like family than crew and cast. And it was a very surreal. Yesterday was actually my first day back, and it was incredibly surreal. It was like I'd never left, and it was like I'd never been there as long as I had been there. It was it's an incredibly rich experience, and I'm going to be eternally grateful for having done that job because it changed my life completely. And I'm happy to be part of writing the final chapter to it.
You also are a busy philanthropist, I understand. Tell me about your work. What kinds of organizations or charities are you involved in?
Oh, there's a few. I gravitate mostly to organizations that deal with human rights issues. I do a lot of work with an organization based in New York called Human Rights Watch, which is a legal organization that does all sorts of advocacy work on behalf of torture victims, refugees, and they compile the data that goes into war crimes tribunals.
Wow.
They're really terrific.
It's amazing you fit all of this into your busy schedule. You're making movies, you're on television, you're trying to save the world, trying to fight vampires. I love it.
Thank you. And I coach soccer, and I make lunch.
Oh my gosh. Do you make good peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
My son doesn't like peanut butter, oddly enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
strange.
Multi-talented, multifaceted Noah Wyle, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and good luck to you.
It's entirely my pleasure. Thank you.
The Librarian airs Sunday, December 7th at 8 o'clock. Make sure you catch it on TNT. Thanks so much.
Calm down, ladies. Calm down.
They have since set a lunch date, Norma and
Was
Noah.
that the most bizarre conversation you've ever seen on television?
I love Norma. That was so
That was
funny.
awesome.
That was
Talking
so
about
funny.
his son does not like peanut butter. You will not find that, even if he's on Good Morning America. I guarantee it.
I'm sorry I fell asleep at your movie. It's so honest. No, it's fantastic, and he was so sweet. It was priceless. More to come on more to come on 13 News this morning on CW16. We'll be right back.